Hello, welcome to episode 32 of Metal Review Cast. Today we're going to be reviewing In Disbelief by Avarus.
Yeah. No, we had a good review of Avarus's earlier tune that was released at the start of the year. Was it February or January? Sort of winking.
And January, I think.
And in January. So we were a bit late with that one, but this is more recent. And I'm very much looking forward to hearing this because I haven't heard it, and I've done that out of choice. Because we had a lot of videos, and some of them I want to get into straight away, and there's some that I actually want to be surprised by. Was I drunk?
It was really late. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. We listened to it, and it might have been a Friday.
I might have been inebriated.
Yeah.
So, well, that's as if I hadn't heard it because I probably haven't absorbed it. If don't take this the wrong way. It's not because I didn't like it. That I can't remember.
No, he liked it at the time, but it was like 4 in the morning, and probably Friday or something.
If it's a Friday or Saturday morning after me and Sean have been up all day. Well, I've been up all day from work and then drinking and then playing games until ludicrous hours in the morning. I was probably completely inebriated. So,
True.
Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to this one.
Like now. Right, give me a sec. Fucking piece of shit.
One moment, please.
Welcome to Webcam Review Cast. This one sucks dick once the cable.
Oh,
it's
my
microphone review cast.
Oh, is it? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I think it's because it tries to pick up the audio from the webcam, doesn't it? I don't know why it fucking does that as well.
Windows.
It's like you selected something and it goes, "Oh yeah, do you want this? You want your webcam? Yeah. No, I've selected something for a purpose.
Stop trying to be clever. I'm intelligent enough to make my own choices.
Apart from Leon.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I heard about you trying to split up some food the other day, but that's another story. I'm ready. Let's go.
Mate, I should have videoed it. Add it on the clip. This is how Leon separates food into 2 plates.
Fuck right,
with a fork, one pasta at a time.
I'm going to play.
I love this tune. Lucas already knows.
I remember now.
Yeah.
Yay!
It probably was. Yeah, Friday or something. Saturday, something when we stayed up too late and you've been drinking.
See if Leon can work out what the similarities are here.
I'm already recognising it alright.
Studies I did.
You know it, don't you?
Yeah. But I can hear it all the way through. Sing it. They still do it in their own way, though.
Yeah.
It's this bit. It's this, isn't it?
Yeah.
This whole
quite a bit of it. I love that.
I mean, it's a bit envisionary.
There is a bit of envisions in that bit, but it's not that. I'll give you a clue. The starting letter of the band name begins with a B.
I love Luke's voice though.
He's wicked, and I love that.
Yeah, I hope that's in everything, because obviously it's in final words, and I can't remember if it's graded, but I'm sure it is.
I love this play on words. Very aggressive.
Solo's wicked.
Oh yeah, face from mouth to ear.
Yeah.
don't know many bands beginning with B. Bullet, it's not Bullet for My Valentine, is it?
I think that there's quite strong similarities in the
there is. It honestly sounds like Bullet, but with Lucas's voice. Like if you sort of heard this without the vocals, you'd feel like that's a Bullet song.
Yeah, true. I didn't
that's not to say that we think you're plagiarising. It's actually quite a very good thing.
Oh yeah, because like Final Words is completely unique. Degraded is different to both of these songs as well. And then the one before that kind of name of.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I just couldn't think of the name.
Even the choice of notes as well.
Yeah.
I'm the victim of your sympathy.
Yeah. Yeah, as you said, they've done their own like making it as well.
It just shows the diversity of this band. They're just so flexible. They can do anything really well.
Yeah, they can.
Again, the guitarist is amazing. Bassist is amazing. Lucas' vocals are fucking on point. It's screaming. The exchange of words between them. The fucking cleans are fucking good. You know, and the drummer's fucking sick. Like,
yeah, they're so good. They're so good. I know we mentioned it before, but like again, they just can't remember how old the rest of them are. I know Lucas said his age, but yeah, they're just so young. It feels. Like
yeah.
But Lucas is 19 now, I think he said. Yeah, just incredible.
I think it's really incredible. Good that you can. They're obviously, you know, they're showcasing their ability as an like with their individual sound as a band, but yet also showcasing their ability to be like not be like other bands, but to take from their biggest influences and promote that in a way of their own. And that you know, that's a skill in its own right. You know, being able to kind of absorb the sound of another well-known group and perform it, but still make it your own, but enough that people can hear it and go, I know where your influences are.
Yeah,
and I guess that's what we're saying. It's not copying it. It's appreciating where their influences are coming from, and I can hear different sounds from different bands that they must be influenced by in their music. It's fucking really good.
Essentially an arena band. Like they're that big that they're one of the bands that have played like Ali Pali, and that was not even recent. That was like I think 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2018 because I was at college and Jack saw them. So if you think about that's a band that literally can write actual fucking boomers for arenas where it's going to fit that stage. We saw them obviously at Slam Dunk.
I was just about to say that
last year, and they fucking blew up that tent. Obviously, we were about 5 rows back, and like the whole fucking place was bouncing.
We saw Bullet
at Slam Dunk. We were literally at the front. Everyone was just getting squished together, but it was fucking. Everyone was bouncing. Everyone was booming. Like
it was fucking insane.
Even the newer stuff that we like, but the newer stuff isn't as good, and it's definitely a little bit more mainstream. They tend to do this every other album.
Yeah.
Like,
but live it was insane, wasn't it? Like,
and I get that same vibe from Avarus, where if you were to put this, as we say, like this is not a negative because it's like this song is so damn good, it could actually be another arena like style anthem.
Yeah.
And
I can imagine a lot of masses throwing their arms up in the air with the fucking phone, just fucking jumping around to it when the chorus comes in because the chorus is catchy as well.
Yeah.
Like it's something that's. When you've got songs that are memorable, those are the things that are indicative of it being an arena song, right? The things are the tune has to be enough that it's going to encapsulate everyone and that they remember it.
Yeah.
And then when they the song is written in such a way that you just feel it. So when they're around in a group dynamic where everybody's in mob mentality singing it, you just can't help yourself. Like you know the tune, you just gotta go. Like
And I said this to Lucas, that this is my least favourite song from the last year that they've released because it's the simplest, but it's not a bad thing. the fact that I still love this song, because Final Words, I love the creativity. It's got loads of different elements to it.
Yeah.
And Degraded is a great song as well. It's got like some heavier elements. And then this song's probably like the simpler of them. And it's my least favorite. And yet I still love it. And I know where it would work. Yeah.
Very catchy.
It's a great sing-along song. It's a great arena anthem. So, yeah, just a fucking good song.
I mean, that's what I mean. I was inebriated, completely forgot to listen to it. As soon as the tune came on, I remembered it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who the fuck it was or when I listened to it, but that tune came on, I knew it.
Thing is, I actually really want to see these live. I'm actually like excited for this to be over to see these live, because all the songs we've reviewed from them lately have just been like another level.
Yeah,
bangers,
really
absolute bangers. Need a massive pat on the back. I might even give them a hug and then let them squidge my phone.
No hugging, social distancing only.
And once it's all over, give me a hug, Lucas. Your creepy face now.
We might touch your luscious locks, but it's fine.
Give me a hug.
Don't do that. It's creepy. Yeah, that's so good. We will see him live.
I go cross-eyed when I did that, by the way. I think I did. It was like, give me a hug.
I'll have to see where we can find him, because they're from, obviously, Blackpool.
And yeah, I've done that one for you, Leon, so you can actually put that in the edit because you stopped editing.
Yeah.
Get back in it. People like your edit.
Lucas noticed it straight away.
What did you notice?
Lucas.
Is that Lucas Gibb?
Gab.
Gib, Gab, Jib Jab.
Lucas Gab, yeah. He said that they they've upped the game on the editing, and then I mentioned you.
Yeah,
and you replied to his comment. That's why I have to deal with this family of forgetful.
Listen,
it's when
I was on at 2:00 today.
Yeah, same.
I was asleep at 2:00 today.
And why was that? Because you forgot to set your alarm.
I didn't set my alarm. One alarm went off at 9 a.m. and I don't know why it went off at 9 a.m. Apparently,
I woke up before you for once.
Yeah, that is magical. That's fucking magical. And I didn't have to fight him that hard either. Cool.
Well,
anyway.
now you know how it feels.
Man, I'm always fighting him.
Not you, him. I'm going to try and get him up for this.
You know what? A part of me was thinking, is Sean purposefully being late to prove a point? I'm going to be really upset if he is, because he's punishing me for my son's laziness.
Yeah, that happened. I needed a sleep because we go to bed at 5 a.m.
Yeah, we do go to bed at 5 a.m.
I mean, to be fair, that is usually Dad's fault. From what I've heard, that is usually Dad's fault that you go to sleep at like 5.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Yeah, I'm not even going to lie.
Unfortunately, it's all our faults because none of us say no, but we all say we don't go. Oh yeah, do you know what, guys? We've actually got work. Maybe we should go to bed. We all just go. Yeah, we've got another hour. Yeah, we'll go till 3. You know what? I've got another hour. We'll go till 4. And everyone's like, yeah, that's cool.
It's like, oh, but we should go to bed now. But that fucking thing is just round the corner.
We'll just do this cave. Fucking the next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock. Then we got to brush our teeth and actually get to bed. And then you know, it's bright and birds chirping.
It's really bright this morning.
And it's 5 a.m. Waffle over.
Good
Welcome
one.
to our life. Welcome to our... Well, my life, but a Simple Plan would sing.
So I think it's your...
Is it mine first?
Boomer.
How do we a-cappella this? I don't really understand how people a-cappella. It's a talent in itself.
I don't know. It's because we don't have a structure with it, but also the timings of us doing it at the same time, because we're all in different areas. Even though it's just above me, it'll come in at the wrong time as well.
We need to make someone. We need to get someone to make a tune. Lucas, can you make us a tune?
We got some pizza to make us.
Yeah, everybody should. You know what? Everybody who loves watching our show should have just a vocal part. Not even, we don't need music or anything else. Just they can either sing or scream however they want, the boomer, and we'll include it on each week.
If they want to actually have a musical part where they get the band together, they do whatever they want.
That's actually sick. Yeah,
just do the boomer or the boomer or however you want to do it. The echo scream it like whatever.
Send it to us on Metal Viewcast Messenger,
and of course we will link to all your shizzle because we always want to promote everyone.
Yeah,
that'd be cool if you could.
Boomer.
So it's yours, Sean.
Cool. So mine is from Quarantine, which is Silverstein. They were doing like it's kind of like a fictitious documentary, and they did a bunch of songs from home, basically. Where they all kind of showed parts of their life. It's quite funny, and I can appreciate it because most of it's about coffee. and how they've got new coffee beans, and they're talking about how they ran out and they had to have shitty coffee and other stuff. And obviously, I love coffee. I have so many coffee machines. I've got full coffee beans and everything. And yeah, the song actually features Caleb Shiromo. I don't actually know how to say his name now that I think about it.
I think. Caleb
Shomo would be wrong.
It's spelled Shomo, I think.
Yeah. Which is, I think it's the second song on the album. I can't remember. It's called cool. Burn It Down, and they just did their own live versions. Basically, they recorded it all themselves, so that they were all happy with their parts, and then they sent it, and then they produced it and stuff like that because they wanted to give the best live experience, but also make it quality. And I've started it a little bit early, just so you can see what the documentary side about is, because it's just I found it quite funny. It was a great little thing for them to do. So yeah, click play.
Story of a band.
It started right here. For God's sake! All right, go to let's go to 17 minutes in.
That's 17.
Yeah, I sent the actual timestamp, but apparently this program doesn't.
T1019.
Yeah, it's just exactly at 17 minutes. It's just so you can see a little bit of the start of it as well.
That'll do.
Yeah, there you go. That's
17.
Caleb.
Oh, nice.
Tell by his bandana.
He loves it.
Let's keep playing.
Good old Silvertooth, Beartooth.
His name was Caleb Shomo, and the one thing he loved most as much as singing was golf. Back in Toronto, Paul Mark was reminiscing about a coffee he had a few days earlier.
The new coffee finally arrived. It's very good.
It's like me with beer.
Those days where I was drinking that terrible, terrible coffee, it felt like a year.
Well, Shane took a charcuterie bath and made some exquisite-looking falafels.
They look good. Big balls.
Billy continued to scan
I got really good looking
catalog
actually.
of Silverstein photos.
Right, rescanning some of those tour negatives here.
After another day of doing that cool board balancing thing, Josh washed his hands and found himself a nice cold beer. And Mr.
Nice one, Josh.
Upon
That looks like an ale.
The bottom of this Marilyn Manson missing rib.
Oh, Josh.
Now, without further ado, here's our final track, Burn It Down.
In all my dreams, you're screaming, burn it down. I woke up in a dark place. I try to see straight.
Shane does it in different places, like in his living room and like out in the garden and stuff. I wonder if his neighbours actually know what he does, because it would look so strange. But I wonder if he's actually screaming as well.
Probably. Someone wouldn't give a fuck.
And it whispered, let's burn it down, down. There's no way out. I can reach it like a matchbook, speeding and we can't slow down.
You do the same guy that's doing like the guitar and stuff.
In all my dreams, you're screaming, burn it down.
So the one who does the cleans plays guitar as well. Yeah, that did, yeah.
I'm sick of being deceived with a blindfold on while I'm looking for a
Is he purposely like, you know, when he's in the garden, he looks awkward.
He does, doesn't he? There's a load of comments about it. Like, is he doing this on purpose, or is it just really weird being outside by yourself, trying to scream to a song?
It's like he's putting his legs together, right? He's like people who are scared to dance in public are like...
Yeah. There's actual comments about this. So I think he must have done it on purpose, because he looks so weird.
It looks like he's trying to be cool at karaoke in a pub.
Yeah. He's trying well hard, yeah.
I like it though,
so funny because there's comments about that.
No rest for the weak with a voice this loud. Your mistake was the
Caleb's
hope I
voice,
found. I lit
Yeah.
the match in the middle of the
Sounds the exact same.
Watch it explode like it fall to the ground.
And then it sounds like a bad people as well.
Target, Tiger.
Yeah.
The good bit is on bad people.
I lit the match in the middle of the crowd. Watch it explode when it falls to the ground. In all my dreams, you're screaming, burn it down, down. There's no way out. I can reach it like a matchbook.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was doing it, they showed a clip of him kicking the bottom of his tree. Like he's at the bottom of the tree, like just, that's brilliant.
We'll see you when we see you.
They played that live at the concert in London, didn't they? I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
going great.
Yeah. It was. I think it was the first one they released off of the new album as a single. Actually,
That is an ale.
It is. Yeah.
It's hazy.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny this video. I was like, I really appreciate this because
Yeah, that's cool.
and they recorded it, so yeah,
Tuning
it's
in.
not like it's not all
Signing
edited
off.
and shit like that.
This
You can
is
tell that
the
there's
narrator.
the ever so slight difference. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
they
they-
all
they-
recorded
they-
their
they-
individual like parts. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. You could tell they were having fun with it as well. I mean, they took the microphone cover off. They've got a short the other singer that was doing stuff on there. They were using
Yeah.
a Shure SM7B, which is like a dynamic microphone. You'd never really take off the front cover of that if you record, because the pops would be insane. So they were just
Yeah.
fucking taking the piss.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
It was well funny. It was really good.
yeah, and they did like a 20-minute thing. So I just really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
I'm glad
it's
you didn't
cool.
make
I
us
like the
sit
concept.
all 20 minutes on the boomer.
It would have been worth it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if you guys didn't waffle at the beginning, we probably could have made it at normal time if we watched it.
yeah, it'd be like an hour videos. I remember when we did the hour videos and like it.
Oh yeah.
I think people wanted to appreciate them, but it's a bit of a labour of love watching it that long.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're already back up to 40 minutes because we love
Yeah.
the waffle. Yeah, I just appreciate that. My coffee smells delicious.
Oh, that's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was.
That's it.
Yeah.
I just liked it for the awkwardness of.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good.
But I did like his little sound rig that he had set up with his modular amp and all the other stuff. You saw it was built out of like pipes,
Oh,
and it had
okay.
like speakers on the top, and then he had his amp in the middle. I've forgotten what the correct terminology for that amp is. So somebody else who knows about that shit can comment on it if they see this video as well. But and then he had his laptop at the top, and then the various different things he's got. It just looked really nice.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Really nice rig.
I like that Josh was drinking IPA as well.
Yeah,
It's good.
there you go. Cool.
Appreciate it.
So this next band I started listening to when I was in college. So that's a long time. I think that's when like Sean was like 6 years old, and Leon wasn't even a figment of my imagination because I hadn't even thought I'd not even met his mum. So he probably has no idea about this song. But this
So we're
this
doing
song,
yours next.
yeah, I'm taking over from you. Sorry,
Okay.
you can go last because I've already started now. Fuck you. Yeah. Fuck you, Leon. That's not how you're supposed to be with your children, by the way. Don't take anything from what I do.
He is Agron, so
But I'm Agron, and I've had a beer, so I'm hyped now. If you watched the video before, I was a little bit less hype. But now I've had a beer, so I don't give a fuck. Anyway, well, half a beer actually. I'm drinking this slowly.
Half a beer.
Yeah, half a beer.
Half.
I've just hit
Half.
puberty. So this band, I think, are probably for me at the time has influenced a lot of my change in direction in music and creativity. This song's probably one of the most well known of that era for this particular band. It was a little more listenable than some of the rest of the stuff off that album. But this is Korn, A.D.I.D.A.S. A.D.I.D.A.S. This was probably one of these bands were ones that were big enough to be main stage and quite famous, whilst also being really, really unique and not necessarily having to conform to the status quo of what is supposed to be quote unquote popular music. And around that time, you had bands like Sepultura. Fucking hell, there's loads of them. I'm not even going to reel them all off. And then after that, you know, came the likes of Limp Bizkit, Papa Roach. Then, fucking hell, I've forgotten the other one. There's loads of them. Forgetron, that's my name now. I'm forgetting everything. Yeah, but I think that era of music from 1995 or even before to about 2005, rock music went through this massive growth and change for into what it is now. And I think it's really important to kind of to take notice of these early bands. In fact, fucking hell, I think after these didn't. In fact, I'm going to shut the fuck up because I keep remembering the names of the bands in my brain and another about them. They just disappear. And fucking hell, Alzheimer's is kicking in and shit.
Oh god, it's early.
Yeah.
Early. But yeah, no, because like Papa Roach and Limp Bizkit, they started like early 90s as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, they roughly got a lot of mainstream stuff going on around that time as well. Because as I said, I used to watch like Scuzz and obviously like MTV when they had like a proper rock channel. And yeah, it was like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Papa Roach, and obviously like Limp Bizkit was a bit more facetious in some of their songs, but obviously they played such a huge part. Like even like Break Stuff probably got me into a slightly heavier element of the rock and metal that I was listening to.
Yeah.
And Papa Roach were quite emo and angsty in their lyrical style and their video style, and obviously Korn just did what they wanted. Their videos are weird. Their songs could be a bit weird.
Yeah,
They didn't give a fuck. They didn't conform to anything, and they did what they wanted. But they were mainstream, and all of these bands were so important to the era of pushing rock and metal to a mainstream audience. Even if it isn't now, they've made it like huge. That's
it paved the way, and then came in the the Linkin Parks and the Slipknots and stuff like that. You know, like it all. I think that whole era is all intertwined, and I think we were touching on it earlier before this this recording, Sean. Like that type, when Limp Bizkit came out, like for me, I came from the background listening to people like Korn, and I have to admit I was kind of like, mate, what are you doing coming in here pushing this fucking cheesy shit, like trying to take what is my style of music and putting this fucking catchy vocals and cheesy shite all over my music. And I think a lot of and maybe I'm wrong, but I felt that a lot of my peers who were into the likes of Korn, Sepultura, and stuff like that were like that. They were really kind of standoffish and put a wall around us and kind of was like, no, we don't want any of that. But if you listen back now, I like a lot of Limp Bizkit stuff, and I can appreciate it because actually
it's so important.
Just as Korn and the like were important for the music, so were they, because the way that it was a real fast acceleration how music changed. Then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, awesome. And there's always a band that if you look at it, like even recently, you'd have to look at Bring Me the Horizon and go, yeah, the new stuff isn't metal anymore. It's not what they originally were. Not that I really care for the original stuff, like the whole deathcore style. But yeah, even Sempiternal, I can't remember what I was listening to the other day, but I even noticed how very mainstream or pop rocky some of the songs could have been on the album than they are.
Yeah.
And we kind of get into this metal elitist thing where we're like, oh, well, you know, after this it got all poppy, and it's like, no, it didn't. That's when they were making a switch, but it became more available to more people again. Yeah, those people are 16-year-old girls, but it still became more available. And they're trying to change the scene, and they're trying to be like, look, you don't have to always do this. And as I said, I love Ammo. Like, I think it's a brilliant album. It's a concept album, as they've called it, but I actually really started to appreciate what they were doing with it.
And to be fair, if you take the output from that, like, you know, I don't dislike Ammo, but it doesn't really do it for me. And you know, I'm not going to say it does. However, I can appreciate what that is in terms of where they're going with it. But not only that, if you look at already at some of the influences that's made in some of the metal acts now, where they're incorporating some of those elements that they've heard that Bring Me the Horizons have started doing into their music, but less so. You're not making it all about that, but they're incorporating elements of it because it's growth, it's musical growth. People are hearing things, going, oh, you know what, I can borrow a bit of that and utilize that in my music. So, you know, it's influential. It provides more insight for people to go, okay, I can actually change the way that I'm doing this while still maintaining my own sound. So no, we absolutely shouldn't knock it. And I fall foul of it all the time. I think we all do as human beings and musical lovers, that we don't like change from the stuff that we're into at that point in time, or our bands. But
I hated Ammo at first. I was like, this is ridiculous. They've just gone pop. And then I listened to it and I was like, I made a mistake. I was like, this is fucking incredible.
Because we hate change. We don't like change. People
I love them too much that I didn't want them to change.
No, we're just human, dude. Like, humans just don't like fucking difference. If they have something, they just don't want it to be different. And when it changes from that, then we throw our toys out the pram, spit our dummy out, and then eat humble pie quietly, and don't want to admit to our friends and family that we actually do like it in the first place. Like,
this Silverstein newest album, like, they have gotten a bit lighter, but it's like they're 40-year-old men basically. Like, the only one that's like younger than them is Paul Mark, who does the secondary vocals. Because he was basically a fan of them back in the day, and he eventually joined the band when one of the guitarists left. He did the merch. Even my brain's not working. The merch and stuff like that from years, like, and they met him when he was young and stuff like that. He was just a big fan when he was a teenager, basically, and like a kid. He went for dinner with them and hung out with them, and then said, "Can I do your merch and stuff like that?" And he eventually joined them. But the rest of the bands are just, they're old men. And it's like they have to adapt to the fact that they can't just be screaming about the fact that, you know, they want to slit their wrists and they're emo and stuff like that, because it's not always the same. This is 20 years on, like 15, 20 years on. So, people hate change. Yet I actually think their most recent album is probably their best, because it's not my favorite, but it's probably their best because they've had to get most creative with it. And they've got a couple of like mainstream artists on it, and it's fucking brilliant. Yet they're still rock. So, they're not as heavy, but they're still rocked. So I just,
sometimes it's good to just embrace change.
You got to, exactly.
Because you miss out, and then you look like you're a fucking dickhead later on.
Yeah.
Nobody likes "I told you so."
But we told you so.
Yeah. Well, cool. So sorry for breaking in and stealing your slot for the for the thing, Leon. But I was on a hype and I wanted you to hear it.
It's kind of fitting though, because it's like, this song's kind of to do with change because of the whole change of the band afterwards as well. I think it was after this album that the whole band changed, other than Ben. Was it after this one?
No, I think this is because this is one of the early albums, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
then no, it was after the one that I Will Not Bow was in, I think.
Because they'll have. After. Yeah, because this will be Phobia, won't it?
Yeah, 2006.
And then they'll have Dear Agony.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when they took a break, wasn't it?
Yeah, after Dear Agony it was. Quite a large hiatus, actually.
Yeah. And then
okay. Band. Yeah, that's when they came back with... Oh, they had Shallow Bay as well. God, I can't even remember anything. My mind's not working either, so don't worry about it.
It's hard to keep up with fucking Breaking Benjamin, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a specific reason why I chose this song. In the last video, episode 31, I I played "Give It All" by Rise Against, and I said this is the song that got me into like metal that I'm in now, and I said that in the next video I'll put as the boom of the song that just got me into like rock in general, and this is the song. It's "Diary of Jane" by Breaking Benjamin, and it was actually Dad that introduced me to Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah,
and I've like even now I still sometimes listen to their music and just really enjoy it.
His latest album's wicked.
Yeah,
It's really
but I've always enjoyed Breaking Benjamin. I remember when one of the albums came out, and I was just listening to the whole thing and just loving it all because they're just good. But
And I'm just hoping that your mic's picking up when you're facing the camera when you're doing that,
I
because
hope
you're a little
so.
bit quieter.
It should be, but yeah, this song is "Diary of Jane." It came out in 2006, so let's hit play.
Yeah. Love. But they will literally forever be one of my favourite. They'll always be one of my top 10 bands of all time.
Same,
because
same.
I love
Yeah.
everything they do.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's the odd song, as we said, Ashes of Eden is just wang. It'd actually be a great song if they didn't put the auto-tune on it.
The fuck is this thing that's popped up on my thing saying pure pop?
Pure pop. Fuck off.
Like, get the fuck lost, piece of shit. I don't like his face either. Go away.
There we go.
There we go, American Idol.
Yeah.
Wayne Hardy, that's what we want to see.
But yeah, I'm not even going to continue on my waffle. I think Breaking Benjamin,
Yeah. And what's cool is that Leon's 16 and loves Breaking Benjamin. Because I can imagine that it wouldn't be actually a lot of that era. Because again, these were around probably, they might have started around that time, but they probably came to prominence early 2000s again, mid 2000s. But yeah, they were quite important. Obviously, you had your Korns, as you said, your Limp Bizkits and all that, your Papa Roaches, but these were just as important. But then I can imagine that modern day kids might not be able to appreciate it as much because it's very simple. It's quite simple. It's very angsty again. It's like the whole dark video. It's almost, again, and we like talk about a lot of different bands, but again, it's like Nirvana probably paved the way for these.
Well, they did. I mean, Kurt Cobain was his biggest influence. He started off being a cover, doing covers and vocals.
Okay. Yeah.
He doesn't even hide from that fact that he started off as a covers band, and then he got more into it, and obviously he's got his own unique style of vocals, and then it's manifested from that. So yeah, absolutely, the grunge era was a massive influence for them, and you can kind of hear the grunge, but it's a hell of a lot more structured and more heavier than what my era of grunge ever was. My era of grunge was still really strummy, kind of pop. Well, not pop, but punky style. But this turned it up a notch. I guess. Sorry, go on, Leo.
I was just gonna say, the thing is, everyone knows Breaking Benjamin. Like bands that we've spoken to at gigs, when I've said like about how I got into it from these, they've always like known what the band are, and I didn't realize how like known they were, but it does make sense.
Well, yeah, it takes the elements of so for example, like if I was to liken some of the heavy style from a grunge perspective, I'd probably look into things like Smashing Pumpkins, where the guitars are a lot heavier, but his singing, the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, his singing is way high pitched and a little bit gnarly, really. But I love that era of music. But that style of music, but yet more concentrated, and that's where Breaking Benjamin comes in. There's this and I guess a lot of the bands that we listen to as well, and the more modern bands can relate to them because there's that emo part of it as well, because they are a bit emo, and Benjamin he doesn't hide from that fact at all. But I think Breaking Benjamin can touch on all parts. If you're not even into emo, you can like that music because it just encompasses everything.
Does and as you said, it's the composition is so well composed, and that's the big difference, I think. And this isn't, again, I don't like all of the grunge era stuff because I think some of it was just it's not noise, but it didn't. There wasn't as much thought, I felt. Whereas, but yeah, Ben like changed everything because he put so much thought into it. You still got the distorted guitars, you still got that really like heavy bass, and he's got this like deep dark voice. But yeah, everything's so well composed in comparison to a lot of stuff that was around that time.
Yeah, 36 Crazy Fists as well, but they're around that time as well, weren't they? I think 36 Crazy Fists. It's one of the bands that I listen to.
Yeah, they must have been. They've been around for fucking ever. I don't know too much about their back history, but I can imagine they were. So yeah, they will forever be one of my favourite bands because they were a catalyst for me getting into slightly heavier stuff. And
mate, the nights we went looking for live videos.
I know. And then obviously it took us to 3 Days Grace, as we've said before, and Evans Blue, and
then 3 Days Grace, we managed to see Adam Gontier and fucking Ben singing together on. Oh my god,
the world should have imploded at that point. Yeah, there's a couple of live videos because they are friends. Where they've sung on each other's tunes and stuff that live. The world should have imploded because that was two voices that are just far too good to be in the same room ever. Like the world should have just imploded at that point, and we should have restarted.
Yeah, we'd be in a better place now, right? We'll just restarted at that point.
Yeah, but that's another good one.
Like and Ben's vocals, like even now, are up there with, in my opinion, the top 5 like vocalists ever. In my opinion, I love his cleans and screams. His screams are really good.
I get that. I would probably say top 5 unique vocalists.
Yeah.
Just because there's some really, really amazing vocalists out there, but they might sound similar to other vocalists, that really got the control down and everything else. In terms of unique vocalists, I would say top 5.
Yeah,
unique,
that's what
because
I meant,
if you can hear Ben as soon as he sings on the track, you just know it's him. There's nobody else that sounds like him. In that entire world, there's no one, not one. So I just wanted to put my take on that.
No, I agree. I agree
as well.
Because there's somewhere I'd be I'd be like another Ben Vile. He's already one of the best vocalists. Sam Carter, one of the best vocalists. I don't think Ben from Breaking Benjamin, Jesus, is quite there. So I get what you mean. But he sounds so unique and is incredible as cleans. But then I can think of other vocalists that have just an array of ranges and
there's uniqueness and skill and talent, right?
And
and I think the two aren't always close. They aren't always close together. Do you know what I mean? Like
you
can
and
be
he'll
unique,
still be one of my favorite vocalists.
And you can be phenomenal and brilliant, but you might not actually be unique.
Yeah,
do you know, like having a sound where you can be completely individualized, when everybody recognizes you just from your tone, is completely different to being ridiculously skillful. Sam Carter again is one of those where he actually is in both ranges.
Yeah,
he is.
I wouldn't say Ben, not Benville, but Ben from Breaking Benjamin is overly skillful. He's just really, really unique and clean and nice.
Yeah.
Like
what he does it so well. He does it perfectly. Like he knows his talent, and he's just like, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
And on that waffle,
ciao.
See you in 2 minutes.
Bye.